conversation about that?
He has. He said he should have got more camera time because he was that good of a player, but he didn't. But yeah, he has. He's told some good U stories back in their glory days.
Coach, if you can kind of go through a setup for what you guys are going to do on Saturday in Midland? Like, what's the format of the scrimmage going to be?
Yeah, it'll be controlled. We'll script it to have different red zone area, open field area, some third down stuff, some coming out stuff. So we'll put the ball where we want it and then kind of have drives. We'll have a special teams period. We'll try to kick as the game goes and just get as much live action as we can get out of it.
Any players you're expecting not to make the trip down to Midland?
Not as of now. I think we'll pretty much have everybody going.
Nick Shimonek be able to take any snaps and participate?
He won't. He took some today, but we'll keep him out of that first scrimmage just as a precaution, making sure there's nobody, over antsy defensive players that come too close to him. But he'll be throwing on Thursday full go.
And what about Willie's?
He'll be going full go. Yeah.
What do you think about his box jump that made a little attention kind of nationally,
Yeah, I still haven't seen it. I just
Okay.
somebody texted me that he did it. He's very, very explosive, very talented athletically, and I think we just got to get him more into our system, and he's got to get a certain comfort level. But the athleticism is definitely there.
Do you need him to be I don't know, 60 catch receiver, say, or is that an unfair expectation to put on a guy as soon as he walks in the door?
He expects to be a 100-catch receiver, so I hope that he can do that. He's worked very hard. He's came here very determined. Everything he's done has been about getting better, and so I'm excited to see how good he is. We have some good options at wideout, but from what I've seen so far, he's got a bright future.
What have you seen out of Dylan this spring so far, and just kind of how he's come back and what he's kind of done so far?
He's been better than ever. He's great when the ball's in the air, has great ball skills, very physical, strong kid. Pat and him kind of have that connection, having played together for so many years, so he's been doing some really good things.
Is this spring like last spring at Z? Is it Reginald and Dylan kind of fighting for the spot?
It is. Reg is getting a bunch of reps, and so is Dylan. And it may be a deal where they both play about half the game. They're both grown-ups now. I think Reg is going to be 23, Dylan's 21. So they've been through it. They have a lot more confidence, and so it's been a good compliment over there so far.
Coach, you talked about the practice before spring break about the D-line being the position to watch in spring practice so far. Can I just have your comments on how the D-line is going so far?
It's been good. You can see Andre Pipkin, Colin Hill getting more comfortable with the system, knocking some of the rust off. Broderick Thomas has done a good job, inside there with Braden obviously being consistent. Gary Moore, Zach Barnes at the rush. So it's been good. It's a group that, like I've said, hasn't played a ton, but has a bunch of ability, and we just got to get in more reps, and I'm excited to see what they can do.
Is it still the position that you're mainly focusing on?
It is, because as that goes, the defense goes, and I think it's a more explosive group this year. It's just younger.
What are maybe some of the specific things that you're looking to kind of see how you've measured this Saturday?
More than anything, you want clean play. That's the key. You want to see how guys react when the lights come on, and you want offensively take care of the ball, defensively just create some turnovers and make sure it's a clean scrimmage. Don't want a bunch of flags, false starts, offsides, things of that nature.
Do you feel like this spring was as fiery and maybe as feisty, and the guys are wanting it as much as they did last year?
I would say definitely more so. It's a younger group, so it's more competition. There's not really, outside of quarterback, there's not another position where you're just saying, all right, he's the starter, which is fun for us because everybody's having a battle for every position. So we got our quarterback figured out, and we're trying to figure out the rest of them.
I know cutting down turnovers again is a big, thing for y'all. So where do you kind of feel like that's been at so far this spring?
It's been good. I think with Pat, I think he'll cut his number in half. I think he threw 16 or 15 last year. I think if he's in that 7-8 range, OU won the Big 12 last year. I think they had 12 throughout the regular season. So we get our number to 12 with our explosive plays. We'll be right there.
I know you've spoken well of him recently, but Malik Jenkins, where's he kind of made his biggest strides?
I think learning all three positions. We've been asking him to play Sam, Will, Mike, and he's picked it up and transitioned easily from practice to practice. And so that was something he wouldn't have been able to do last year. So understanding Coach Gibbs' system from all three of those positions has really helped us.
that group be the strength, or what position group do you feel like is the best on defense right now?
I would say linebackers has a chance to be when you're talking about Devontae, Dakota, Malik, as far as experience, guys that have played. But I'm keeping my eye on that D line with Braden, Pipkin, Colin, Gary Moore, Zach Barnes, young, very athletic group.